I want to welcome everyone to our Strategic Corporate Allies Product Showcase. This is the first one that we have done. I'm Danielle Bauer, the Executive Vice President at CLA, and I'll be your facilitator for today. Just so everyone knows, this program is recorded. So if you join in late, have to leave early, we will record it, and this will be posted on CLA's YouTube channel. So just to get started, sorry, I'm a little frozen. There we go. Just so everyone understands who our strategic corporate allies are, the companies that you'll see today. So they support CLA's mission of advocacy, education, and innovation. Basically, they support CLA in everything that we do. So we appreciate their support. And they're here today to give you a little bit more about the company and what they do. So the companies today will be Alliance Laundry Systems, Sense, Dexter Laundry, and Gerbau North America. So the format is we're going to start with Alliance. Craig Matson is going to give you a presentation. And at the end, we'll take your questions. So all throughout the presentation, though, feel free to put your questions into the chat box, and that's how we will facilitate questions. All right, so Craig, I am going to bring up your presentation and get started.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. First, on behalf of Alliance, I'd like to thank you as well at the CLA for the opportunity to share here today at the product showcase. We appreciate everything you do for the industry and for everybody who's here today. Also want to thank you for taking time out of your day to come and be a part of this. If you could jump all the way up to the first slide for me, though, we'll maybe start at the beginning. As she's pulling that up, maybe just a brief introduction to everybody here. So I'm Craig Madsen. I'm the Vice President of Product and Marketing here at Alliance. I've been with Alliance about 21 years, spent the first 15 of that in various sales and marketing roles. I've also served in leadership roles here in areas of continuous improvement, operations, product development, and engineering. And today, my area of responsibility includes primarily our global innovation teams, product management, and marketing for our North American teams. There you go. Keep going back up for me.
Sorry
there
about
we go.
that.
And you can stop to slide 2, which was the introduction that I just walked through. I know we're ironing out all of those technology kinks, so no worries. We'll get synced up. So thank you again for joining us. And I think before I get into introducing what we call our ProCapture technology, which is a new link capture technology to market, I'd like to take a quick 30-second video introduction we have on the next slide to maybe highlight the technology first. So please. Oh, and you're muted, so our audio isn't coming.
It's muted.
Yeah, you were muted. So I think the audio comes through your mic, Danielle. So
let me do this again. Sorry about that.
That's all right. We're doing just fine.
Hello, ProCapture by Speed Queen. This patent-pending technology leverages cyclone dynamics to capture 98% of lint.
It captures the lint without a screen. It will completely change the way people do laundry. It captures a lot of lint.
The new ProCapture system improves airflow and dryer performance, reduces HVAC service and cleaning costs, resulting in a cleaner laundry environment.
If I were an owner, no way I would do a laundromat without this machine.
That's just a sampling of some of the information we have available online that obviously we can support and share as time goes. But before we get too deep into the product itself, I want to talk a little bit how we got there and why lint was a focus for our innovation team. We spend countless hours every year out in the field around the globe. We spend time interviewing store owners and distributors, speaking with attendants and service technicians. We spend time doing our own laundry in stores around the country and watching your customers as they interact in your stores and do laundry, really to get a feel for what those needs, challenges, and pain points are all the way through the ecosystem. We also use our experience at our company-owned stores. We use those as a great source of information to really help us understand the challenges you're facing every day in the market too. And as we looked across the feedback we got through all of those avenues, what stood out really clear for us is that lint is messy. It drives expenses in your business, and that today there really wasn't a solution for it. You all just dealt with it. And if we jump into the next slide, Danielle, that really was summarized in a few very consistent feedback points about the problems lint causes all of you. It creates a really messy environment. It's dirty, it spreads everywhere, and that impacts your customer experience. We heard very consistently that you spend a lot of money dealing with lint, from HVAC cleanings to having to replace failing air conditioning coils, AC coils, as they get clogged with lint that moves through the exhaust. You've got internally having to clean out those machines and deep cleans to eliminate all of that lint buildup that happens within the store. So on the next slide, we can share just a little bit of how we got here. We actually sought out experts to work alongside us to help solve the problem. We were able to partner with a firm in the United Kingdom who owns some of the world's deepest and longest knowledge base in cyclonic filtration, intimately understands how it works, why it works, the challenges with getting it to work with materials like lint. And we paired them up with our world-leading laundry designers and engineers, and gave them one real challenge. And that was, frankly, do something that no one's done before. And I think the result of that is really getting to the root of the problem and not treating a symptom, but solving the problem at its core and eliminating it. And on the next slide, we talk a little bit about what that actually means. So today you're all familiar with screen-based filtration technology. And what screen-based filtration essentially does is creates a mesh, allows air through the mesh, and uses the mesh to capture the lint. And as that builds up, your airflow restricts, it needs to be cleaned out, and you consistently repeat that cycle. You could capture more lint with a screen by getting to a finer mesh. But when you do that, you reduce airflow faster, you increase cleaning frequencies, you have performance impacts. So the standard lint, screen-based lint filtration today captures about 70% of the lint that's generated in the drying process. Cyclonic filtration eliminates that screen-based filter, lets airflow do the work for it, and allows you to capture, in our case, 98% of the lint generated, which has been validated through lab testing and field testing in our stores, and really gets down to eliminating the root of the problem at its source. On the next slide, we'll start to transition into how that directly impacts your operations. So by capturing more lint, what we're doing is taking it out of those critical components you have to then maintain. It eliminates the costs related to having to clean your vents, eliminates the costs related to failed HVAC systems and coil replacements. In our experience actually in testing was that, the costs related to those cleaning related services and maintenance related replacements in the HVAC systems actually add up to, on average, about $50,000 every 5 years. Now that'll obviously vary based upon your store size, the number of machines you have, but it was a good average figure that we experienced firsthand. On the next slide, we talk a little bit about the cleaning process. So when you eliminate the lint screen, we were able to put into place a new lint hopper. It collects more lint than a traditional screen, which extends the frequency of lint clean out, reducing the demand on your attendants and your maintenance staff. And it actually gives a really cleaner interaction with the lint. You don't have to touch it. You don't have to scrape it out with your hand. You simply pull the drawer out, you dump it into a garbage, you put the drawer back in. And we were able to do that without any aesthetic changes to the front panel, which allows for a really easy replacement in existing stores without creating a mismatched look for equipment. We also took the opportunity to improve and optimize the airflow within the unit. So we've added an airflow optimization sensor, which really will recognize and adjust any restrictions in the exhaust airflow that may exist, optimize the fan speed so the dryer continues to perform at a consistent cycle time, and optimizing the amount of energy we use, saving you utility costs over time. So that is a standard feature in all ProCapture equipped tumblers. At the end of the day, it drives peace of mind back to you as a store owner. Your machines stay up and running, your products last longer, and you can spend your time and energy focusing on your customer, not your maintenance and service needs of the building. That all translates to reliability and efficiency. And I see, next slide, please, Danielle. It looked like it was catching up to us a little bit there. And, so by extending that uptime, you can obviously maximize revenue, reduce your service related costs, and deliver a better overall customer experience for your customers. And at the same time, as we designed ProCapture, we also took an opportunity to design it with service in mind. So if or when you have a service need in your product, we can get that equipment back up running faster and easier for you. On the next slide, we have a little bit of an animation. So this is our stacked 30-pound tumbler. And what you see here is a series of red and blue dots all moving around the system. Red represents the heated air. So that'll enter in the cylinder, move through the cyclone and exhaust out the back. And you see that circular motion through the cyclone. Along with the air mixed into the cylinder is the blue lint. That also moves into the cyclone. And the magic behind cyclonic filtration is the air stays on the outside of the cyclone and the lint moves into the vortex in the center and then gets deposited into that lint hopper we talked about earlier, while the warm air is exhausted out the back of the tumbler. We also have it in our 75-pound capacity, where we have a different orientation and design of the cyclone just because of the design of the dryer. But how it works is exactly the same. And in this case, you see that the lint is deposited under that access panel into the bottom of the tumbler, creating an opportunity for an easy clean out with a shop vac, or, sweeping that back out into a bag at the floor, whichever is most convenient for you. So talking high level, transitioning to what's available or where our product's available. ProCapture is available on both our Speed Queen and Hipsch brands for gas heated tumblers across both our touch controls in Speed Queen and Hipsch, as well as our Quantum Gold and Galaxy 600 controls. Voltages do vary by capacity. The easiest way to get the perfect match for you, if you have interest, is actually on the next slide, where you can contact your local Speed Queen or Hipsch distributor. If you're not familiar with who that is, we can take a moment maybe and leave this on the screen for a second as we take some questions in the chat, but you can simply scan the QR code here for a locator and look up for the partner near you. So I'm going to pause there for a second. And Danielle, do we want to check into the Q&A?
Yes, we do actually have a question. It says, for the lint management, is that on new machines only, or can it be added to existing machines?
That's a good question. Thank you. That is on new machines only, simply because the routing of the airflow is significantly different and wouldn't be able to support a retrofit.
Let's see.
Overall footprint, utility needs, and venting are the same as current machines. That's a common question we get as well. So no change.
Anyone else have questions? You can put it through chat, or there is a Q&A. Looks like we do have another one. How long before the Stack 50 is available?
Yeah, so we'll be continuing to release product line extensions over time. At this point, I don't have a specific timeline to share. For Alliance products, it's a Stack 45-pound capacity for reference for those that may know Alliance products, but soon to come.
next question. This is a good one because I have a lot of
Yes.
dog hair around my house. It says, how does it handle dog hair and coins?
Yes, so dog hair, it actually handles even better than lint. So if you think of Cyclone originally in floor care, that's where it was first applied. Higher density items like dog hair or coin actually find that vortex a lot faster and drop out. Things like coins that are really heavy, so you might get pens, casings, other things that you typically find in the laundry, will actually drop behind the lint hopper into like a large item clean out that we have. So that actually drops prior to the lint into a separate area that you can clean out with the attendant as needed.
So someone, I think they missed the response to your first question. So once again, if you can answer if the lint management is on new machines only, or can it
Yeah.
be added to existing?
Yeah, new machines only. We're not capable of retrofitting to existing installed machines.
It looks like that is the end of our questions. So again, for this format, if you think of something for Craig throughout the presentation, you can put it in there. If Craig isn't available, we'll make sure we'll get the questions. Oh, sorry, we do have actually one last one. Wanting to know if ProCapture will be available as an option or incorporated into dryers as well.
Yeah, so it is an option. So you'll have the option of continuing to order today's, screen-based filter dryers just as they are, or upgrading to the ProCapture solution.
All right. Thank you so much, Craig. We are going to move on to our next presentation. Just getting myself situated here. All right. So questions. So our next presentation is going to be from Sense. We have Alex Jakowski, the CEO and co-founder. Alex,
All right.
if you want to go ahead and share your screen.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
All right. And let me know when you can see my screen.
you're all good.
All right. Well, you'll pardon the Three Musketeers pun, but this is very much kind of in line with what I'm really excited to share with you all today. And of course, it goes without saying, but we'll say it anyway, how grateful we are to be a strategic corporate ally with the CLA and the incredible work that's being done, that has been done and is continuing to be done. There's so many incredible things from really around the community engagement that we love to participate in. So thank you to everybody on the CLA team for including us. And I can't say this is as sexy as watching the turns of a dryer and the heaps of lint everywhere, but we'll try our best to really talk about everything that's not related to your equipment. And I love coming on these webinars and podcasts, especially with all these machine manufacturers, because I always learn so much about the dynamics and the intricacies of the equipment. But what we're really focused on at Sense, and what we're so interested in is, okay, now you got the best in class equipment by one of these great vendors. What's next? What's next in actually managing and operating your store and running it from there? So just a quick introduction for those of you who don't know, Sense is really designed to be the all-in-one solution to run every element of your laundry business. And our core tenets you can see are the three pillars to the right-hand side here, where we want to help you grow your business. But in an effort to grow your business, you have to be able to really effectively manage that business. And as you're managing it and understanding all the intricacies of the data that's feeding into knowing what's helping you succeed and what are areas for you to improve, that's where that grow, manage, and understand comes in as the core pillars of our product. But when we say we're an all-in-one solution, it means that the intricacies of a laundromat business, I always say it's not rocket science, but it is certainly operationally heavy. And there are many different ways in which you can run a laundry business. That could be self-serve only, self-serve and drop off, but only partially attended. You can do pick up and delivery. You can do pick up delivery at one store, but not your other stores. You can do commercial laundry, but you can do delivery with your own drivers, but maybe use the gig economy. And maybe the list goes on. Maybe you've got a small store. Maybe you got a large store. Maybe you're a card system, you're a coin. There's a lot of different optionality that business owners have today when they begin and run their business. However, to have a single system where you can wake up in the morning, log into one dashboard and track everything, that's really where Sense was born. Now, I just want to, a lot of folks, we haven't maybe been around, I think 100 years that Alliance has, and many years as many other manufacturers, but to level set, we really are the fastest growing company in this space with now over 2,900 laundromats in the US. We power multifamily buildings. We have over 75 employees dedicated. And I think this is why I write dedicated here. We're not in coffee shops and car washes. We will never be. We have no ambition to be. We really focus. Our core business is in the US. We do service other markets, but our team, our core business is here in the United States. And all we do, wake up every day, is focus on and fall in love with more and more this vertical and this industry only. And to give you a sense of our growth, right, it follows the similar trajectory of laundromats. I think it was the CLA put out a report that around 50% of stores are located in 5 states, right? California, Texas, Illinois, Florida, New York. But we are really well distributed across the country. And that's what we love so much, is we get to work with so many different operators who have so many different kinds of businesses in so many unique metros, whether it's in Alaska, in Anchorage, we've seen the operators do delivery by seaplane, as well as operators that live in Hawaii but have stores in Texas. And we've seen it from every single angle. But it's not, we work with the smallest one mom and pop shops, the immigrant owner, the new operator coming into the space, owning their first store, working inside of it. But we're also powering all the franchise, all of the largest scaled operations that are continuing to grow. And I think that's what I've personally loved to see in this industry, is the speed of scale and the desire more than anything else for operators to continue to expand their business, especially when they have best-in-class equipment by the manufacturers here on this call, along with the best-in-class operating systems, right? If we were to make the kind of comparison to what you'd see in call it Domino's in the pizza space, right? What does Domino's call itself? A technology company that happens to sell pizza. Good operating systems are really what enable scale. And we've seen this with our customers, whether it's the ROI that you're attributing to an increase of revenue, a greater order volume, the increase of the value of your tickets. These are all the areas that really good software can make an impact. And while this conversation is going to be largely Sense related, I tell every operator that I speak with, it's your responsibility to take a look at every possible system, right? You talk to every manufacturer, you talk to as many distributors as you can. You want to get educated on what's possible and what is being delivered to you from your vendors. And so not only do we have these, great case studies with operators from a variety of different locations and regions and metros and business types, but we always tell folks that it's important to work with somebody who's going to really be your partner. And I think every manufacturer here, as well as ourselves, when we talk about being a strategic corporate ally to the CLA, it's just as much to everybody in the industry as it is to the association. And it's our responsibility to really be your partner in helping you grow, in providing innovative new pieces of technology to give you the best chance to really scale and run your business effectively. So, these are all these case studies on our website. I won't spend too much time here. I really want to get to our product and what it means to be an all-in-one solution, but I also want all of you to know who the heck we are and why we do the things that we do and the kind of culture that we have. Our executive team, myself, I'm the co-founder and CEO. We've all built and sold companies in the past. We know what it means to build technology businesses, to run big teams. We are not here. This is not our a lot of folks look at startups and technology companies as, something just passing in the wind, that it's going to fail and it's going to go out of business and it's not here for the long haul. But we're a different kind of business, right? We're the only venture capital backed company in this industry. We've raised over $77 million from the top private equity firms and venture capital firms in the industry. And why did we do that? Right? A lot of people think, oh, there's private equity, there's venture, there's something going to happen with our data and you're going to build stores and all that. We raise capital in order to continue to drive innovation, to build the breadth of products that you need as a business owner to scale and succeed, but also to show that we're here for the long haul and that we've learned and from the best companies in all the other verticals, which I also encourage business owners to look at, right? Laundry is very unique, but we should be learning from the restaurant industry, from the salon industry, from the barbershop industry, from the gyms, med spas, et cetera, on what's made their businesses succeed in creating great experiences for their customers. And as a technology company, we do the same work. We spend time understanding what has helped other industries succeed from a technology perspective and bring it here. because this is one of the only verticals where if you want to buy a card system and you want to buy a point of sale, you're talking to two different people. And then you want to buy a marketing suite, you're talking to somebody else. You want to, to run your business, you have to run 5 or 6 plus systems. And that's very atypical. And I think it's a example of why this industry is so unique and why operators in the laundry industry are so unique, because when operators adopt Sense for the first time, we're either replacing a system, sometimes it's a new store, but we're seeing paper logs and text messages and using security cameras to track, what orders went into what machines. And there's Excel spreadsheets and maybe a generic point of sale. And it's amazing how you can build a solid business with all of that infrastructure, but it's very hard to scale. It's really hard to get to working on your business, not in it all the time. And to centralize that is really our core problem. Right? When you think about either payroll and point of sale and pick up delivery and card readers and invoicing and all of the employee management and marketing solutions and everything that comes in between, we didn't want a laundromat owner to have to rely on 6, 7 different systems to run their business. And I built Sense because when I sold my last company and had some liquidity, I wanted to buy a laundromat, but I had a full-time job and couldn't see a way for me to be able to run a store efficiently without being there, frequently to get all the same things that I was so excited about the industry from a margin perspective and scale and all of that. And it wasn't until I realized this problem of a lack of centralized solutions that Sense was really born. And, just where we are in our product line today, but you talk to me 2 weeks from now, we have more releases, more things that are always coming. The core tenets of what the solution for Sense to be calling itself an all-in-one solution is making sure that we can be your partner across your different revenue streams. What does that mean? That means your over-the-counter sales, your point of sale, right? Making sure that for your wash and fold, your products you're selling, everything that's coming over the counter, you have a best-in-class point of sale and an order management system. But what about your self-serve revenue, right? That's a laundry card system through this product LaundryWorks that we have here. But maybe you don't want a laundry card. You want credit and debit on the machine. Well, we have our credit and debit card reader here. Maybe you want an app-only system. We have an app-only system as well. So you have your counter and your self-serve, but what about your pick up delivery? Well, we have that with the most advanced online order links, great end user experience. We also integrate, the only company that integrates with Google, so you can actually order your laundry from your Reserve with Google button. We're the first company to ever integrate with the gig economy, Uber, DoorDash, etc. We have fleet management. If you say, screw the gig economy, I want my own drivers, I've got a fleet of vans. We have driver app, route optimization, everything you could possibly need. And of course, there's the invoicing for commercial laundry and things like that. And then your business management to track all of these things, to know what's actually happening in your business, right? When you want to track actually what wash and fold order goes into which machine, I always say it's great to know that a laundry machine turned. It's better to know why it turned and who it turned for and who turned it, right? Who started that machine for which order, for which customer on what preference. And that's what this centralization can give you, those insights. But beyond that, what about, okay, we're helping you really run your business. How do you grow your business, right? Well, those are the embedded marketing tools that we're going to talk about. Everything from websites and mobile apps and email marketing, SMS, etc. Right? We want these things to be your toolkit to be able to run the business however you want to. We're never going to tell you have to use the gig economy. You have to buy vans and hire drivers if you want to be successful. You have to do commercial laundry. You have to do anything. Our goal is to give you all the optionality to run the business exactly how you've been running it for 1, 2, 5, 10 plus years. But if you wanted to try to do something different, if you want to buy your next store and you didn't feel confident in doing it beforehand, if you want to try to get away from coins, but you want a centralized system, whatever you want to do, it's us as vendors and all the vendors on this call, it's our responsibility to listen to you and build for you so you can grow, because your success is our success. The more stores that are open in this industry, the more success this industry has, the more people going to laundromats, they benefit everybody on this call. But it all comes down to the success of the small business for all of us here. And again, we go down the list of all the things that you are able to have when you're either a POS or a self-serve only. When you consolidate those two, when you can have a centralized system, the ability to scale, to run efficiently, to optimize margin, to create a great employee experience at your store, along with a great customer experience, is huge, right? And for the sake of time, of course, I want to open up for as many questions as possible, but just taking you down the road of, the operating system, that point of sale, to be able to take payments directly on the machines with tipping on the card reader, which we see a 40% increase in tips. Because so much of the point of sale in your store, you as the operator might not be using it. So how do we build the best product for your in-store attendance? And that's our team spending, tens of hours every single week interviewing attendants, understanding how they're using the product, having our tablet in English and Spanish and other languages to make sure they're using a system they're confident in. Because your attendants might not be very tech savvy. They might be older. English might be a second language. So how do you make them comfortable using something new, right? We're going to talk about training and support in a minute, right? Sense Dispatch, the online ordering. It's the optionality. Have your own drivers. Use the gig economy. Use the gig economy on weekends and your own drivers during the week, right? Have a really sophisticated online ordering experience that can actually make your customers feel like they're ordering on Uber Eats and they're ordering in other ways that they're going about their commercial lives. We don't want the experience of visiting a laundromat to be so stark in contrast to their daily commercial lives and all the other transactions they're making at the Dunkin' Donuts and when they're buying clothes. And then the hardware. And this is a very important piece because any good software company can say we build great software. But the marriage between building systems that can integrate with your equipment, and happy to say we integrate with all the equipment providers here, so you can't go wrong, whichever manufacturer you choose to work with, and you do work with. But we want to give you the optionality. LaundryWorks, the best card system that we acquired in March of this year. Some folks don't want a card system. Some folks want a credit and debit solution. Some folks don't want credit and debit. They want loyalty cards. Some want to start with one and move to another. We want to be a one-stop shop for you to get what you need. So like I said, you can stop working in the business and start working on the business. Start thinking about how you can really grow and scale and squeeze more juice. So many operators I talk to, they say, if I spent all day in my laundromat, I would make 15% more. Well, how we make that happen, but in a more scalable way, right? Process, infrastructure, technology, scales, people, that's a harder thing to achieve, right? And the last thing is really about the marketing. And there's so many products that we're building out here, but anything from your website to direct messaging within our product, one-to-one with customers. It's not going to your phone, it's within our product to know all the customer background and history as you're communicating with them, as well as being able to send targeted, customized, as well as bulk text and email marketing campaigns. But we know, and I would tell you that nobody in this industry, Sense included, are the best marketing platforms on the planet. There are better companies like ActiveCampaign and Klaviyo, big public companies, big successful companies just focused around marketing that you can utilize and we integrate with. So we want to give you everything out of the box, get you 90% of the way there. But that extra 10% where you spend big on marketing, you can use agencies, you can use other systems, and we fully integrate with them. The last thing here, and I probably running tight on time, so Danielle, let me know. But the thing that I really want to highlight is the customer success, because personally, and the way that we've built this company is that you can build as great of a product as you can, right? And the product can only take you so far. It's really about the people that you work with every day, the relationship you have with your distributor, with your manufacturer, with your vendor, enhances or can destroy the experience you have around your product. Customer success and support are actually two separate functions here, because customer success is it's your business partner, it's your industry expert, because we have the unique ability of working with and partnering with thousands of laundromats. And we want to create in support with the CLA, this community where we can be supportive. We can create great training documentation, provide English and Spanish 24/7 support across all the different parts of our product, but have somebody that you as the operator can call as your partner that you can shoot the shit with, excuse my language, but you can actually have a conversation with that's not just somebody who's trying to get you to buy something or somebody that's just going to help you solve a problem. But you have an idea that you want to start pickup and delivery, but you don't know where to start. And you'd love to talk to somebody in a different metro, in a different state who's done it, right? That's what customer success is about. It's helping you succeed. And that's the core of our business. And now these screenshots here come right out of the board presentation I make to our investors, which is to show our CSAT score, which is, our customer satisfaction score, as well as our first response time in our messages. And I would tell you to go ask all of your vendors, show me your raw data, show me your real metrics of what's actually true. Because we can say all the time, oh, our support's great. If you look at marketing of any vendor, they say, oh, the support is amazing. Show them to put the data up there. And we can show you that in June, we dipped a little bit, right? And we know, and this is where we know we have an area to improve when our goal is over 90% consistently. And so I never say we're going to be perfect. Nobody is, but we want to get as damn near close to perfection as we possibly can. We want to make sure that, on chat and SMS support with our agents, they're getting back to you within 2 minutes, always. Email can be a little bit slower, but we know what these benchmarks of success always look like, and we are not afraid to present that. So when I tell you we've got great customer service and the help desk is responsive and we're working weekends and we're available for you, I can prove it with the data, right? And so again, I this is as much of a sense presentation as it is a passionate cry for you as an operator and a prospective operator and an existing operator to go to all your vendors and to know the value of your business and to know what great support and great product can look like and demand the best out of them, and to know what you need to be able to be successful, which is to be able to scale. And scale doesn't mean buying another business. It can mean make your operations as efficient as possible that you can rinse and repeat. And that's what we believe. That's our thesis. It's why we built the product that we have. And hopefully we get a chance to work with most, all of you on the call today. But either way, if you take a demo with us and it's not a right fit, we'll do everything we can to guide you in the right direction and give you what you need. So thank you so much. And maybe we'll do the questions.
Thank you, Alex. So once again, if, we do have a question, but if you have a question for Alex about Sense, put it in either the Q&A or the chat. First question, could you talk about your vision and timeline for a deeper integration between Sense and LaundryWorks, particularly the software products?
It's a great question. And we have spent an enormous amount of time. I think what it is really about prioritization. So the first thing that we've done is wanted to make sure step one was support. We hired a bunch more on this on the LaundryWorks support side. I know LaundryWorks support is amazing. We want to scale that, right? So that was step one for us before we got to technical integration. Make sure everything is exactly as it is and there's been no impact negatively in any way. On the product side, you can now, it should be released somewhat soon, or maybe it's in beta now, but soon be able to visualize all of your LaundryWorks machine data and machine information inside of your Sense dashboard. So you can track all of your turns, all of your machine utilization, all of that within Sense. It was step one. So we can give you that command center in one solution. Step two is also integrating with the WashLinks app that some or many of you might be familiar with, which is the employee app on the phone, where the attendant can really manage the value add centers and the readers and that experience to actually be able to, when a wash and fold order comes in on our POS, on the WashLinks app, it integrates directly. You can tap the phone against a reader, and now our POS knows that wash and fold order 101 has been assigned to washer 5. So those are kind of the areas in which we've started the integrations in operations and visibility. But then there's a lot of new features on marketing and things like that we're working on, deeper integrations on reporting and moving to that all-in-one solution. So whoever's question that was, feel free to email me, alex@trisense.com, or anybody on the LaundryWorks side, and we're happy to spend a little bit more time and dive deeper into that. But hopefully that gives you a little bit of a sense of kind of where we're going and what we've done.
We do have another question, kind of lengthy. So they're asking if you have any integration with automatic detergent dosing systems. So for example, if someone orders pickup with specific detergent and cleaning settings, can your system automatically tell the washer to use those options? And then they do want to know the same question for self-service, setting options in an app and the machine does the laundry their way.
So that is in process, and we have heard that there's not massive distribution today of the self-dosing, auto-dosing products. But we do see the use case. We have customers that have been demanding that of us. So that is in process. We're working with the teams on that from the manufacturing side and the vendor side for the dosing products. I'd say that one thing that we do without the direct injection concept, which we take a lot of pride in, and that's what an all-in-one solution means, is if a wash and fold order comes in and somebody says, I want cold wash and I want this temperature setting on my dryer, there's a lot of trust here because there's no way the customer has any indication that you did or followed any of their steps. And you as the operator might know that was their presence. You don't always know if the attendant followed those steps. With Sense, you do. We know the cycle that was requested and specified by the customer in their preferences when they submit their online order, or they come in the over the counter in their preferences. And we then know if you have one of our devices, LaundryWorks or our Sense Connect devices on your machine, we know what cycle it was on. We know which employee started it. So you actually be able to identify which employees are accurately performing the functions of the wash and fold, are actually following the customer preferences accordingly, which ones aren't. And you can give that level of transparency back to your customers. And that's a differentiator in and of itself, because every other store is just hopefully they did it. So the direct injection takes it to another level in process, but nothing available today.
Great, thank you. All right, looks like we have one more. Any reporting on when customer request an attendant selection mismatch?
I'm assuming maybe that means when a customer makes a selection of what they want and an attendant doesn't perform that function.
I think
If there's I think that's what they're saying. So look, I think, whoever's asking these questions are asking all the right questions, because that's what all-in-one gives you. That's what the whole point of what we're doing is. We have to build these products in order to give you that level of data. Things like that are that particular. I don't know if if that particular, that I think we have a report where there might be that available. I don't know if it's live in product yet. But those are the kinds of things that we love operators thinking about, because that helps you really, right? Not just grow, not just manage, but understand what the heck is happening in your business without you having to be there and look at 5 different systems, or just cross your fingers that people are following suit. So there are many other things along those lines that our product can do, and maybe we haven't built it yet. And it takes conversations with our community and our customers to know what can we build to give you that next level of visibility in product. So great. Love the questions. Keep them coming to alex@trisense.com, to our team. We'd love to chat more. And Danielle, thank you so much for including us on this.
Thank you so much, Alex. All right, we will keep this show going here. All right, so up next, we have King Lee and Mackenzie Swanson. King Lee is the Senior Regional Sales Manager, and Mackenzie is the Marketing Specialist at Dexter.
Hey, thanks everyone for joining. Thank you, Danielle and Nika, for having us and inviting us on this great presentations that we've seen so far. First of all, I want to thank everyone for joining us and welcome to the world of Dexter. So, quick introduction. My name is King Lee, and one of the questions I'm sure someone's going to ask is, yes, that is my real name. And my parents had some pretty high hopes when I was born. But I am the Senior Regional Sales Manager. I cover the West Coast. I've done that since November of 2022. Before that, I covered the East Coast for Dexter. I did that for about 10 years. And that was a big move going from New York City to San Diego, but we're really enjoying the weather out there. And even before that, I used to sell Dexter and build Dexter stores in New England, upstate New York for Mac Ray. They were a large distributor, and I did that for 5 years. And even before that, I was still in dirty clothes. I was the owner operator of 3 laundromats in Central Connecticut called Family, Cleaners, and Tailors. So in a sense, I've spent my entire adult life in dirty clothes.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Swanson. I am the marketing specialist here at Dexter Laundry. Been here at Dexter since 2019. So been here just over 5 years full time. But actually before that, I was here at Dexter back in 2017 during my college years. I was an intern here with the marketing department, graduated from Iowa State University in 2019 and got the opportunity to come back to Dexter to work here full time. So 5 years here at Dexter, 5 years here in the laundry industry, and it's a great place to be. I want to again reiterate what King said and just thank the CLA for having us today, but thank all of the attendees as well for being here. Today, King and I are excited to dive a little bit deeper into who we are here at Dexter, give a little bit of history and how we've gotten to where we are today, and then talk a little bit about what makes Dexter a Dexter. Starting at the beginning, we were originally founded back in 1894. So this year we're celebrating a pretty big milestone, celebrating 130 years of business. As you can see, we've come a very long ways from the hand-powered wringer washers that we originally manufactured. As you can see in the photo below, and throughout the years, throughout the century, we manufactured many other types of laundry equipment until we started solely focusing on the commercial laundry products that we offer today. Dexter has always been based right here in the Midwest, specifically here in Iowa. Our journey actually began in Dexter, Iowa, which is where we were originally founded in 1894. We quickly outgrew our space in Dexter, and in 1912, we made our way to the southeast corner of the state of Iowa, to the small town of Fairfield, Iowa. Today, more than a century later, we're still very proud to call Fairfield home. And today we're also very proud to manufacture all of our products from start to finish right plant, nestled right here in the middle of some cornfields here in Fairfield. So all of the raw materials for our products actually come in on the west end of the building, make its way through the manufacturing process and come out a finished product there on the east end. So we're very proud to sell and ship our products to our customers across the globe. And again, we're very proud to do that in small town USA. So how did Dexter get its name? Like I mentioned before, Dexter was originally founded in Dexter, Iowa, and both Dexter, Iowa and Dexter Laundry got its name from Dexter. Dexter was a famous thoroughbred racehorse that was known for speed and power in setting records and winning races in the late 1860s. Dexter was also well known for being a part of a famous Currier and Ives painting featuring President Grant at the time. But Dexter, the horse, was a perfect symbol for American drive and quality. And here at Dexter today, our logo still maintains that horse icon to symbolize our dedication and commitment to providing high quality, high performing products and our loyalty to our customers. King, we cannot hear your sound.
Excuse me while I try to get the sound going.
Try turning that volume all the way up. That might work.
Okay, let me try that. No.
If you want to finish your presentation, I could bring it up and try to play it on my side if that helps.
I was going to say, King, if you click on more, I think there should be an option to share your sound.
You know what? We'll have to just move on for a minute and maybe we can fix it while I start talking. So, well, a lot of this, the video was talking about was what makes Dexter special and different. And one of the key things is the people. We feel that's one of the most important parts of what makes Dexter different than a lot of our other competitors is the people. All the way from Mackenzie, who started here while she was in college, all the way to Russ Cooper and Shane Palmer, who have worked at Dexter for 25 plus years. We have a common thing throughout our industry where we have some of our upper management have come from other manufacturers. But to this day, we like to say that no one has ever left Dexter and went to work for someone else. So our people are one of the strongest points of what makes Dexter different. And at Dexter, we have this acronym that we like to use. It's a word. Yes, it means wait. We all know what that means, but it's an actual acronym that we employ here at Dexter that stands for why am I talking? And the key to that is we do a lot of listening at Dexter. If a customer has an issue, if our distributors have a problem, if our salespeople, they can come to us because we are part owners of Dexter. We do a lot of listening instead of just talking. Another thing that separates us, I think, is our passion. People have kind of always said, you Dexter people are kind of like a cult. And we are. We are very passionate about our equipment. We're very passionate about what we do. I mean, think about it. We don't do anything else at Dexter. We only build commercial grade washers and dryers. We don't build vacuum cleaners. We don't build household equipment. All we do is build top grade washers and dryers for commercial use. I like this quote by Steve Jobs where he says, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And I think what you see at the people of Dexter is we truly love what we do. We truly love helping people, get ahead in the laundry industry. One of the main reasons what makes Dexter different is that we are 100% an ESOP company. ESOP stands for Employee Stock Option Program. So we own 100% of the company. Mackenzie is part owner. I am part owner. So when anyone has a problem or a question and they call one of us, you're talking to one of the owners of Dexter. And we take that very seriously. So we don't have Wall Street to answer to. We don't have private equity groups to answer to drive our profit margin. We are all about producing the best equipment and helping, the store owners. So what does employee ownership mean? Well, employees, not investors, are given ownership rights so that there are no public markets or private equity owners one has to answer to who are usually concerned with selling the company for a short-term gain. The long-term financial future of the employee owners is directly tied to the success and satisfaction of customers. So that's why people at Dexter are more engaged and passionate than even the good people at other companies. We firmly believe in employee ownership. And one of our creeds that we have at Dexter is, what am I doing to add value to the process of building the best laundry equipment faster and easier? So, and I think our passion for what we do and for our company shows in our equipment. Another motto that we have is we put more into our equipment so customers get more out of our equipment. We're here to help the store owners process laundry faster, make more money, and to build better lives. And here are some features that are kind of unique to Dexter. One is our front soap box. In our 100G lineup, it is available on our 60, 80, and 120-pound washers. It's also available in our Express line in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and 90-pound washers. And the front soap box is kind of unique to Dexter because first, we use the same 3 or 4 grade stainless steel as our front panels and side panels. That front soap box is 100% hand TIG welded. There are no plastic pieces within this front soap box. And here's a couple of examples of kind of what, if you don't have the front soap box, what it kind of looks like. We also have the emergency stop button. That is the red button here on the right. And what that does is it will stop the machine mid-use if a customer, let's say, has a shoelace or a sleeve hanging outside the door. That creates a leak that can become troublesome and a hazard, especially in an unattended store. And just some final thoughts with Dexter is, don't hesitate. If you have any questions about Dexter, don't hesitate to contact your local Dexter distributor or your Dexter regional sales manager for assistance. You can find the distributor in your area at dexter.com/distributor-locator. And also, finally, our Dexter Lifetime Technical Support line. The one thing I like to stress with Dexter is that we offer lifetime technical support for the lifetime of the equipment. Whether you sell it or you bought it used, you call our 800 number or a local number, and we have the best technical support team in the industry. I can say that unequivocally. They will be there to answer your questions, to help you walk your way through things at Dexter. And finally, stay tuned September 9th. We have exciting news coming out with Dexter. Some exciting news on September 9th. And our caption here is "Someday is finally now." So thank you. I apologize for the video miscommunication there.
So while we're giving people a chance to type in a question, I have your presentation up. Do you want me to play the video?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great, Danielle.
Okay, so while you're watching the video, again, type into the Q&A or the chat. All right, hopefully this works on my end. Oops, I'm sorry.
In Dexter, Iowa, back in 1894, factory and everything was all moved to Fairfield, Iowa in 1912, where we are today, still helping people process laundry faster and more
I
efficiently.
think you need to share your screen.
Sorry about that. It was playing nicely on my side, but apparently not for you guys. Give me one quick.
Laundry. Dexter Laundry began in Dexter, Iowa, back in 1894. Factory and everything was all moved to Fairfield, Iowa in 1912, where we are today, still helping people process laundry faster and more efficiently.
Everything is designed here in the factory and manufactured here in Fairfield, Iowa. Our manufacturing process has evolved to include new technology, but we still rely on craftsmen for a high quality product. Here at Dexter, we believe there is nothing better than made in the USA.
And that's a very special thing, the fact that it is manufactured here in the United States, because a lot of our competition isn't doing that anymore.
We continue to invest in the same community that we have been in for over 125 years. And we do that because an investment in product and technology and facilities continue to make the communities that we live in better and stronger.
Our Dexter laundry equipment has earned a reputation in the industry for being overbuilt. That we put larger shafts in the machines, we put larger bearings, we put larger bearing housings. The quality of the steel that we use compared to a lot of other manufacturers is more. Even on the panels that you don't see on the machine, we're still using 304 stainless. Coming into our dryers, the way that the cabinets are designed, the way that our controls are designed. We try to overbuild the machines to give these customers something special that they're going to run for a long, long time. We get a chance to build great relationships with our customers. We want to make sure that we're providing the best value for these customers, and we feel like we do that. Their success is depending on us.
Our success is really dependent upon our customer success. When a customer buys a piece of Dexter equipment, we are making a promise to them, a commitment that we're going to support them throughout the life of the product. At Dexter, we embrace the ownership mentality. For us, it's a lot more than just building a product, making a sale, and earning a paycheck. We believe we're building more than just washers and dryers. We believe we are building better lives together.
Very nice.
Thanks, Danielle.
All right, looks like we do have a couple questions, so that gave time people to type a few things in. This person is saying, I would like to download a list of your inventory with pricing. Do you work with a broker to sell existing laundry locations? Do you guys work with a particular broker or brokers?
No, we sell only through our distribution network. So he can contact whoever the local distributor is in his area.
Okay. And if you're looking for a distributor in your area, on the CLA's website, if you go under for owners, we do have a directory of all of the distributors. So you can put in your state and it'll tell you which distributors are in the state. And it also lists the type of equipment so you could find them. And someone else, it's not really a question, it's just a comment. They're giving a little shout out to Michael Ambrose if he is one of your salespeople. They appreciate the honesty. So you got some good salespeople.
No, he is. He's one of our great top-notch salesmen out here in the West. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'll pass that on to Michael. And the check is in the mail.
All right. Well, I think that appears to be all the questions. So thank you, Mackenzie. Thank you, King. Glad we got the video to work. It was worth sharing. So on that, I am going to stop sharing that video and we will move on to our next presentation. All right. All right, so next up we have Ed Ziegler, the Regional Sales Manager at Gerbau North America. And Ed, I'm going to bring up your presentation for you.
Thank you, Danielle.
Are you seeing it now?
Not yet.
Okay, all right, I gotta do the screen. Sorry.
It's okay.
So many presentations, so I'm sorry it's not as seamless.
No, thank you.
Okay.
While you're pulling that up, first of all, thank you, Danielle, and everyone for CLA from inviting us to be part of this event and everyone for joining in. We really appreciate the time.
You see it now?
Yes, I do. If we can just advance, I want to talk a little bit about myself and our organization to start. I've been with Gerbau North America for this is my 24th year running, and I've been in the industry for over 40 plus years. Great industry, great people, really enjoy it a lot. Next slide, please. A little bit about our organization, Gerbau, which is based in Vic, Spain. Gerbau North America based here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Also, we have 2 branch offices, one in California and one in Arizona, along with our Express Laundry Center, which is our corporate-owned store just 2 miles down the street. Gerbau Creative Services, our in-house marketing team, and also the custom select financing in-house. Next, please. Gerbau has 17 subsidiaries across the world, and I won't even go through them all here, but a great presence around the world. Next, please. Our brands, our North America presence. We actually, some maybe have heard this, maybe have not. Golden Gerbau was established in 1997. And then in 84 to 94, Gerbau made the machines, the washer extractors for Speedway. And Continental Gerbau was established in 1995. And then we changed our name, and now our Gerbau North America started in 2019 to today. Again, we talked about locations, Oshkosh, where I'm based here, our laundry, Oshkosh Express Laundry Center, our west branch you see on the left, and the bottom right is our branch in Tempe, Arizona. Our brands, a multiple of brands. Obviously, Continental Gerbau is our main brand. One Press is our ironing line. Sports Laundry Systems, which we do a lot of in the athletic industry. Poseidon, wet cleaning, dry cleaning industry. Gerbau Industrial, which I call the power laundry side of our, for big industrial commercial laundries, and LG and the Econo brand. And we are strictly in just the commercial segment. We do not get involved in domestic or home appliances. We're just in commercial and OPL, vended, textile care, industrial, and obviously the guest laundry and the an apartment and a multi-housing industry, and supported by our distributors, 70 of them nationwide. Innovations, just a couple of highlights. 2006 was the first full soft mount store, the Express Laundry Center. 2017, I think it was, there was a question earlier, I think someone had for Alex about auto injection. And we'll talk a little bit more about that with our Genius washers, which is the main focus of our conversation today. And then 2022, we introduced the Genius washers at the Clean Show in Atlanta. Distributor and the services, again, similar to others, we provide all our products through distribution. And the support mechanism is we work closely with the distributors and the store owners for their evaluation and also the market segment, doing demographics. We do store layout design, pro formas. We provide financing. Our distributors are involved with the build out. We support on the marketing side, the training for the customers, and then the key is the after sales service and support that we provide. Our product line of the washers, we have a full line of hard mount washers, 200 G4s, the RMG series, the H series, which has been out for a long time, and our complete line of soft mounts from 20 through 130-pound washer extractors for the vended industry, the market, and then the new Genius from the 23 through the 80-pound capacity with the addition of the 90 and 130 to come soon. Drying tumbler series, full line, stack 30, stack 45, single 30, single 55, 65, and the 75-pound white stainless steel fronts, reversing cylinders, all the options, a good complement to our washer extractors. The warranty, the best in the industry. Our standard 310-4, plus we also offer a platinum series, which gives, it's an option and added cost for the 5-10-10. We are not in the payment system business. As you see here listed, some of our payment system partners that we work with. We have open protocol. We work closely, open platform with our payment system partners for our equipment. And now I'd like to take you to just a quick video on the Genius washers. I guess the audio is not working, Danielle. There's usually a little music with it, but that's okay if we don't have it. Just usually a little background music with this video. Obviously scratch resistant, display. Very simple for the operator to use. Handles obviously all moisture. Larger doors, which we'll talk about further here. Very, very user-friendly. Just a quick handshake. Some of the unique features with the kickstand for easy maintenance. Stopper top hopper, easy to take out and clean for the operators and management staff. So moving forward, more about the Genius washers, the top 10 features. I just want to touch on a little bit here. The advantages and benefits. Next slide, please. Number 10, the 450 G-force. Standard hard mounts are typically 200. Our units of Genius washers, soft mounts on the 3380 are 450 Gs. Obviously, quicker turnaround, labor production. We can move customers in and out faster through your store. The gas, reducing the gas consumption because less drying time. Next, please. Number 9, ramp up. We're ramping up faster. Again, it's all about productivity and moving people through your store faster. And that's what we have, an increased faster ramp up time with the Genius washers. Next, please. The larger doors, you know, when people come in with the big baskets and they're looking around what machines to use, and they kind of move to the larger openings, larger baskets, and for their size of their load. So we've increased dramatically from 11 to 17% over the previous EH models. Next, please. The GS23 with the suspension and now has springs and shocks. The gasket's been moved to the door instead of on the inner front of the washer. The 70-pounder in the Genius series, smaller footprint, so now we can put more cash registers into your operation, into your stores for increased revenue. Next, please. Wi-Fi, Sapphire introduction into account management, easier for changing programs on the fly, multiple on all now the Wi-Fi capability and Sapphire on all of our GS washers. Next, please. The light. When this first was shown to me a few years ago, I was like, a light on a washer? I can understand it in on-premise laundry, commercial laundry to productivity. But boy, this has been a home run. As for the non-dedicated customers that are driving by and they see the light and they go, I think I need to come back. And it really shows what machines are available. Obviously, the green is availability. The blue is in progress. And the orange is just finishing the cycle. And the red is an alarm. If something's happening, there's an alarm in the cycle. It's the light has been a great, the 360 vision light has been a great addition to the product. Next, please. Chrome doors, stainless cabinet. Wow. The stores that we put in today, maybe some of you have seen them online or on YouTube or on our website. Wow. I mean, you walk in, it's just spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Now here you have the option, if you don't really, and I'm a firm believer in the chrome door and stainless steel look, but you have the options if you don't want the chrome door and you want a painted door, if you want painted sides, but again, we have an option there. We also have the coin and hybrid, the OPL card. What I mean by coin and hybrid is that in the store today, if you're doing self-service and you want to flip it to commercial laundry, we have that capability to just do a couple touches on the keypad screen with the Genius washers today. On-screen marketing on our 10-inch screen. The availability for on the vented side, commercial laundry, you can upload up to 5 photo files. You can do anything you want. You could advertise for the local, some other business and charge them for it, advertise on your screen. So great on-screen marketing feature on the Genius washer. Touchscreen durability. I mean, this thing, and you'll see a video next. You'll see it is very durable. It can handle, in our industry, our world, there's some instances that we see that, you just, like shake your head, but this is a very durable screen. And again, the hybrid function we talked about, where I can change from a vented aspect within seconds later in the day. If you, let's say you wanted to change to a commercial application and change it, then also we have the automatic liquid supply injection set up for the machine for that commercial application, and a couple of touches of the keypads on the screen itself to make it easy. And I think next is our video. Show the durability. I'm sorry, one more before the video. On the vented side, you can do up to 6 base cycles. You can customize them up to 3 different languages. So it has a tremendous amount of flexibility on the vented side. On the commercial side, we can do up to 79 programs for any type of application, be it hospitality or healthcare or any kind you're doing for possibly for restaurant applications. So it has that flexibility for the hybrid function. And here's just a video of the durability of the touchscreen. Again, I'm not sure if there's audio in the background, Danielle, but there's usually a little music.
Yeah, I can hear it and I have it cranked all the way up.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. It's just showing our crash test where we're just basically, as you can see, it's an iPad and it's taken the test, and it does not crack. Does not scratch. Will not scratch. So as you can see, our main man James has got a nail and he's trying to scratch it. And it will not scratch. Obviously, you can use gloves to operate the machine. It's water resistant. So Genius Express Clean. As you can see, we're stepping through, and this will be store-wide cleaning products for the Genius washers later this year. And you can see we're stepping through, going through the menu, the customer's picking the options. Very, very easy, very friendly for just making your selections on the keypad. Something new that's come along also, if we can just go back one, sorry, Danielle. But we're going to offer the store-wide cleaning products where the customer can choose to use the products that are available with automatic injection in the machine, or their own products. As you saw in that demo, if we can step through the next one, it'll show that where the customer, and here's our store. It's a beta test. We have it on our 90-pound washer and our 5 GS80s, where the customer can choose if they want to use our product, which is automatic liquid supply injection, or their own. Simple. You do need, it requires power, air, and water. This particular slide where you're showing Hydro as a beta test with us at our store here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Just giving you examples, it's all about customer convenience and customer giving them choices. And here, and also about the increasing your profitability. I mean, you can really increase your revenue by turn, by day, I mean, you can charge for this, and we have a lot of machines out there that have automatic liquid supply injection. We started with that big box automatic supply injection you see on the 90-pound washer, and again, it's a convenience, and it adds service and a profitability to your store. This is an example of another beta test that we have a store out in Los Angeles with a Brightwell delivery on a few machines. They're just testing with it, been working fantastic for the last about 4 to 6 months now. And lastly, finish with a nice video, and hopefully we have the sound on this one, I hope, Danielle.
Sorry.
The Genius Series question of why I should buy it is really fit more towards why wouldn't you buy it? It's the latest in technology. It's got all the flexibility that any laundry might need. And the proven productivity of the machine in capacity, in utility savings, and flexibility today and into the future is really the answer of why would I buy it. The Genius Series washer for vented laundry is really our unique approach to what we see as a growing demand for different unique features inside of the vented laundry segment. The Genius washer has been developed to meet the growing diverse customer and store owner needs inside of vending. The traditional hot, warm, and cold cycle has been replaced. Customers today demand offering services of premium cycles, of extras like wash, extra rinse, extra spin time that can save them time and money in the dryer, to sanitation requirements like introduction of ozone or disinfecting cleaning chemistry. The GS Series washer brings that flexibility that allows us to customize that machine to appeal to any demand, customer need today or into the future.
That concludes it, Danielle. Any questions that the audience might have?
Yes, we do. Can operators change out the light bulb in the washer's lights ourselves? So can the operators change that light bulb?
Interesting question, because we've never had one fail yet. So I really don't know the answer. I assume so, because it is a light in the front right corner of the unit. I assume so, but that's something that I can find out for sure. Because again, we haven't had to replace one in all the units that we have out there yet. So, but if I can get that individual's email address or phone number, I'd be happy to get back with them on an answer to that.
Sure. Anyone else? That appears to be the only question. Oh, nope, I take that back. We do have a couple more. How many different chemicals can be injected into each washer?
So we can set it up with the Genius machine up to 4. Actually, you can do detergent, bleach, softener, and ozone. So up to 4 at this point.
Someone's asking, how are the menus created between the basic options, detergent, injection, ozone, etc.?
With the Genius control, we can do multiple. As you saw, there's 6 different. You can set up 6 different. The standard over the years has always been 4 on our machine. And on the Genius, there's 4, but you can add up to 6, and you can add extra wash, extra rinse, extra spin, and then the ozone application. So those are, and you can charge for all those, and those are added revenue sources. And if I was a store owner, I would be giving those options. And then you saw in the video or the slide presentation, we are now moving forward where we're going to provide again, the automatic supply injection capabilities, and then in the menu, giving your guests the option to use automatic liquid supply that we're providing as a store owner or their own. So we're giving those options to the customer.
Next question is, the touch screen was in English. How many other languages can it be set to?
We can do up to 3 languages.
And which ozone companies do you work with?
Our machines, just like the payment systems, are capable to be used by anyone. Any of the ozone partners out there, any of the ozone manufacturers. So anyone. We have always been a firm believer, just like the payment systems, to have our units capable to work with any other, again, payment system or ozone manufacturers out there today, any one of them.
Okay, that appears to be it. As I transition to just show a couple upcoming events, if you have a question for anyone you saw today, feel free to put that in there and we can make sure that they answer it or get that information to them. Let's see, get to any last questions? It doesn't look like it. So before I end here, I want to thank our 4 companies, Alliance, Sense, Dexter, and Jarbao, for being with us today, sharing lots of great information about their companies, their products. Looks like we might have one more question. Someone is asking about the recording. So once again, if you joined a little late, this entire program was recorded. We will be posting it on CLA's YouTube channel, and I believe you'll get a follow-up email tomorrow that'll have a link to our YouTube channel, and this should be available there so you can watch it again. So just a few upcoming events that we have. If you're somebody on this webinar who is looking to get into the business, we do a monthly Getting Into the Business webinar. Brian Wallace, our president and CEO, hosts, and he brings on a guest star, a store owner. So the one coming up in September, on September 10th, we have Neil Shapiro, who's the owner of Wash Time on Fullerton in Chicago. For any ladies that are on this program, we have a women's laundry network, and we put on monthly events, and we have a workshop coming up on September 12th, and it's all about work-life integration. And then finally, in September, we have one on 10 tips for negotiating a lease. All of our webinars are on Zoom and are free. If you go to our events calendar, you can read more information and register there. We also, sorry, I'm a little frozen. In addition to our virtual events, we do have a face-to-face event coming up. Our large wash, dry, fold workshop is coming up September 18th through the 20th in Nashville. This is our 3rd year doing this event. It's grown every year. We anticipate about 300 people there. It's 2 days of education. We have experienced operators in the wash, dry, fold, pickup and delivery and commercial laundry space as our speakers. So lots of good education, plenty of networking opportunities at our reception and the meals to talk to other operators, ask those questions. And then we also have nearly 30 exhibitors there. So the 4 companies you saw today will all be there, so you can talk face to face with them to learn more. if it's something you are interested in doing, a date to keep in mind is our room block for the hotel is September 4th, and we typically do sell out of our room block. So more information is at this website below. It looks like we might have one more. Nope. Someone was saying thank you. Thank you. So with that, I want to thank all of you for taking your afternoon to learn more about these companies. Thank you once again to our strategic corporate allies. CLA truly appreciates the support, and I hope everyone has a great afternoon. Thank you.